Hey, how's it going, you guys? I've got another SD kit to unbox today for you guys. This one's going to be the Full Armor Unicorn Gundam, and this was from 2014, so a very recent release, made by Bandai from the Unicorn Gundam anime OVA series. And of course, this is going to be in the green cycle frame colors. I don't know if they made a full armor version in the red cycle frame colors, but I guess it'd be pretty easy to swap that equipment, I think, right? I don't know. Once again, I don't know a whole lot about SDs, they're not really my thing, but my friend let me borrow these kits to unbox them for you guys, so just taking a look at them now. Here on the bottom, we've got the Full Armor Unicorn Gundam there, all posed up with a little picture of Banaja there. There we can see all of the weapons and equipment, and there's the backpack mount, some gimmicks about the transformation, back shot of the kit, and then here's the transformation between Unicorn and Destroy mode. On the sides, just the same art as on the front. Here we've got just the front picture of the kit. Here you can see we've got some options for the eyes, normal Gundam eyes or like the SD cutesy eyes, and then a bit about the other markings there as well. It's a nice shot of the kit, and here you can see this kit was a little bit more pricey for an SD, coming in at 1,500 yen, but obviously there's going to be quite a bit in this box, so that doesn't seem too outrageous. Got one bag, and there you can see the foil decals and the stickers in there. Second bag, third bag, and fourth bag. Then we get the instruction manual. This is BB Senshi number 390. Is that right? They've made 390 of these? Oh, I didn't know that. I kind of have a hard time believing that. Maybe someone can tell me what that 390 means. I have a hard time believing that they've already made 390 of these, but could be. Here on the inside of the manual is basically the same thing on the outside of the box. Some cool stuff there. Here's showing where the markings go and the painting guide. And then here a little comic. I don't really know what this is all about. Could read that katakana, but I'm just not really going to be bothered. If you can read katakana, you can go ahead and pause the video and read that if you want. Don't really know what's going on there. Opening it up, here we can see is the runners. You can see on that B runner a lot of X's, so we're really only going to be using a handful of parts off that runner. And then looks like we're going to start off with the head, then the body. Looks a lot less complicated than the master grade, that's for sure. Then moving on to the arms, shoulders, arms, legs, feet, and then putting the body together, putting everything together, then starting off with the equipment here. It's got the beam Gatling guns, the shields, mounting those together, the hyper bazookas, the fuel tanks, mounting everything onto the backpack, and then for the color page, it's got the beam magnums and a beam saber. No hyper beam javelin, it looks like. That's kind of disappointing. It would have been cool to have an SD version of the hyper beam javelin. How to take off the hyper bazooka and put it in the hand if you want. And then a bit about the transformation. Looks like on the shoulders you have to do a little bit of parts forming for the transformation. Once again, I've never built an SD unicorn, so I don't really know a whole lot about how it transforms, but we'll have to wait and see. Alright, taking a look at what's in the box now. Here's the foil stickers. As you can see, it's basically just for the eyes. These gray pieces for the eye field generator in the shields, and then these for the unicorn horn, and then these, I'm not sure what those white ones are for. I have to check the manual, and then that white one there as well, and then these are mostly going to be for the unicorn mode's eyes, and then some cameras for the weapons and the head. And we do have some stickers as well. Looks like there's going to be a lot of these red dots. If you can see within that thick red bar, those are actually some small red dots. There's quite a lot of those, and then some other just kind of caution markings and the blue unicorn markings. So what are those red dots for? Let me check the manual. Oh yeah, all those red dots are all for the missiles and the grenades. So all their grenades are not going to be molded in red, but you'll just put those little red dot stickers on the end of the grenades to make them look like grenades. And for polycaps, this is all we're getting for polycaps, just 2 PC7 polycap sheets, which just make basically ball joints. Here's the A runner, as it's marked, just SD Unicorn Gundam, so it's going to be nothing special about the full armor unicorn on this one. Basically we've got the parts for the beam magnum here, a couple other gray parts for, looks like, inside the waist, then shield and some other white armor parts there. A green piece, clear green for the face, and then a couple of darker parts, dark blue for the feet and the backpack. And you can see some other parts for the head, the unicorn mode face mask, and the sides of the head there. The B runner is all white this time, and once again still marked just SD Unicorn Gundam. Here we're gonna see, it looks like a lot of the parts for the shoulders, the legs, the arms, there's the unicorn horns there, and just more parts of the legs, stuff like that there. Here's the C runner. Now we're getting into some psycho frame parts. These are molded in that clear green psycho frame, and unlike the Kshatriya, which we previously unboxed, where the beam saber was molded in white and you'd have to paint the beam, now it's kind of the opposite. The beam is in this same clear green and you'll have to paint the handle on that. I'm not sure if you're really going to want a clear green beam where it just basically looks like the same color as the psycho frame. So it kind of looks like you're basically holding a sword of psycho frame. You might want to just go ahead and paint all of that if it was me. Now this is kind of interesting. For the E runner, it's very short, you can tell it's been cut off, and this is actually marked SD Banshee, so it's just going to be a couple parts. I'm guessing we're only going to use maybe this hip part from here, because otherwise there's not really going to be a whole lot of Banshee parts we're going to be needing for this. Here's the F1 runner. These are going to be full armor parts. There you can see are the fuel tanks and an extra shield, some different leg pieces there, and arm pieces as well. Probably this hole is added there. And then we've got the F2 runner, which is basically just copied of these parts. Here's the G1 runner. It's not quite black, but it's a very, very dark gray, dark grayish navy color. These are going to be all of the weapons and everything for the full armor Unicorn Gundam. And then we've also got a G2, which is just copied of this section here. So we'll have parts to make 6 beam Gatling guns, and we obviously don't need 2 parts to form the backpack. And last but not least, one more runner of psycho frame parts. This is runner H, just with some more shield bits there, and these I think are parts for inside the arm, I'm gonna guess, but I really don't have any idea. Anyway, that's the last runner here, runner H. So that's it, you guys, for unboxing the full armor Unicorn Gundam. Looks pretty cool. Like I said, not really a huge fan of SD, but if you are, this definitely looks like a very interesting alternative to the Master Grade, which is very large, it can be a little bit expensive, and it's definitely not the easiest thing to build. It's not very difficult, but it's certainly tedious. This one looks like a much more simple version. Definitely, probably a lot of really small hand painting going to be required on this if you really, really want to make it look its absolute best. But out of the box, it probably is going to look pretty good. We'll have to see and to find out. Anyway, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you soon.